Welcome to another class. My name is Cheryl Wright. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Northeastern Montana, and I love to inspire you one project at a time. We're going to go ahead and get started. I have lots to share with you tonight. Lots and lots. So let's go ahead and get my other camera going. Be sure to say hello in the comments. And let's see here. And tell me where you're from, what you're up to. And I will do the same with you. So here we go. I let the curls do their own thing today. Woohoo! You get to see what it looks like without a lot of help. All right, the starter kit. That's the big idea right now. If you have ever considered becoming a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, now would be a really great time to go for it. You can either get one that costs less money or has more products. You get to pick. Plus, you get to go to the Stampin' Up! Conference on stage in November, and it's a virtual one, but you get access to some products that you don't get unless you're going to on stage. I'll show you those in just a minute. So anyway, any questions about this, please comment. Please contact me, whatever. Here's the QR code. I don't know if it'll scan for you on the TV, on the screen, but just go to my links and you can get any of those at Linktree, which is right. Yeah, you can kind of see it today. All right, so online exclusives. If you get the starter kit, you can put some of these online exclusives in your starter kit. So I have a couple to share with you today, but I'm going to get this notebook off my desk before I do that. So there are these products and these products, and they'll be available to everyone on November 7th. But if you're a demonstrator, you can order them now. And if you want to get the starter kit, you can put them in your starter kit. All right. Paper Pumpkin this month are little boxes that go with last month's. And there are some special card bases that you can get also. You have to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, or you have to know somebody who will order them for you. So just let me know if these look like you are interested in those cards and envelopes. They're $14. And you get 20 cards in 20 envelopes. Lots of DSP still available in the new fantastic colors. The truck punch is available now, and I'm going to use it tonight. I know you said, but Cheryl, it's the Forever Forest class. We're going to use the truck punch too. This Rustic Christmas Countdown is going to be awesome as well. And the kit collection. The kit collection, I have a class next week in Circle if you are local to me on the 26th. So be sure to join me. I would love to have you. Now, what you see in front of you right now is not my messy desk. It's actually all the fun stuff that I want to share with you. So part of the online exclusives is this fantastic pecan pie, center stripe. And it's soft and it's wonderful. So you can get this in your starter kit now, or now if you're a demonstrator, or November 7th. So the next thing that I got are these. These are like the butterflies, the magnetic ones. So there's these little birds and those little birds and some dragonflies. Those are fun. They are on the online exclusives. I don't think we're going to use those today. Then look at how cute this is. This is one I'm going to think that might sell out quickly. Maybe not these, but maybe the dies that go with it. Look at the honey pot, or the honey hive, excuse me, the beehive. I'm assuming there's honey in there, but there are all kinds of good things. There's balloons. There's just such a cute, cute set. Again, online exclusive. It's available now for demonstrators or demonstrators that want to put it in their starter kit when they join to become a demonstrator. There. I think I spit all that out correctly. So next up, we have this gorgeous paper. Now, this wasn't on the flyer. If you're a demonstrator and you didn't see this on the flyer, you need to look online. I know I'm giving you a sneak peek of other things. I got to show you this beautiful, beautiful paper. This is going to be part of the online exclusive offering that starts November 7th. Sorry, I bumped the camera. And there will be more products besides just these. Look at that. Pretty peacock. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? And I don't know. I don't know what peach that is. And this is why we like Stampin' Up! Is because they tell us on the back. Highland Heather Petal Pink. That's a little peachier than Petal Pink, but they are the ones that are in charge. So I will let them call that Petal Pink if they want to. I'm going to be noisy for a second, so I'm going to stop talking. Okay. Now, when you get the starter kit this month, you get to pick whether you want to get $125 worth of product for $64, or if you want to get $168 in product for $99. Those are the two choices. Both of the choices get you into the Stampin' Up! Virtual online conference in November for free. And once you become a demonstrator, you will get the opportunity to order the Be Mine collection. The Be Mine collection has this fantastic stamp set that's got this cute little bee, and it has a punch. I love the punch. I'm a punch girl. So these are so cute. I think this would be a great, you can't really see it, a great like conversation bubble too. So I'm looking forward to using that as a conversation bubble. And just fun, fun, fun. All right. And then there's this, I think it's Poppy Parade. Poppy Parade ribbon. It's very soft and very pliable also. Then there's these hearts and flowers adhesive back stickers. Now I pulled these out because otherwise you wouldn't be able to see the red. So I wanted you to be able to see all the colors. All right. I don't know why I froze there for a second. Hopefully you didn't get it all frozen. And then these are the square pillow boxes, and they're food safe. So this was just part of the collection. I think that's all I had the option to do, was either all or none, but I went for all of it. So we'll put those away. And you got to see the paper. The paper is so sweet. All right, let me set some things aside. I am not going to need this punch for a while. I'm going to set it aside. Hope it doesn't fall on anything. Look at those adorable little bees. So, like I said, you can only get this if you are a demonstrator or you become a demonstrator. So actually, the only way you can get this is if you're a demonstrator. And right now you had to register for On Stage to be eligible to get it. Otherwise, I think it'll be a part of the pre-order that we get to pre-order in December for the new January, April mini catalog. I saw like this bear. I saw a picture that had this cute little bear with the honey pot, with the honey. They're killing us here. So there's that. Some little bee trails. Some cute little bees. And it's just all about bees. This is their Valentine's Day suite, but I think it could be used for a lot more. Oh, fun. Look at the daisies on the back. And there are so many perks to joining Stampin' Up! And getting the starter kit. And there's really no obligations after you get the starter kit. Yes, you get to get 20 to 25% or more off your products. If you just want to be a hobby demonstrator, that's what we call people who just like to buy for themselves and not sell it. That's totally fine. You can do it your way, but you'd get access to everything. All right, yes, I am fixing my camera again. All right, I did whack it once, so we'll give it that. So today, like I said, I am going to be using the Forever Forest bundle. I'm a mountain girl at heart. I live on the prairie with my family, but I was raised in the mountains. So, I saw these beautiful pine trees and just decided to go for it. There's no sentiments in this set, so you have to come up with your own. And the dies, oh my gosh, there are so many wonderful dies in here. And you'll get to see a lot of them in action. I did do a lot of the die cutting because there's no reason for you to watch me die cut all those. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Now I kind of had a little bit of a creative block, so I did get some of these ideas from other people. Actually, I think I got all the ideas off of other people, but that's all right. I'll tell you who they are and give them their plug. But this first one is from my friend Marcy. She was my travel buddy to Las Vegas. I don't know, maybe travel buddy isn't the right word for it. She was my roommate because we traveled separately, but we did get to spend 3 days in Las Vegas at the conference. So I'm starting out with a basic standard card base. This is crumb cake. So we're going to go ahead and I did score it. So there's nothing fancy about the card base. This card has a lot of layers. I tried to think of ways to make it less layery. Is that a word? Less layery. But I couldn't, so it just is what it is. So this card is similar to my friend Marcy's, but it is not exactly like hers. So this is a piece of Pretty Peacock, and it is going to be so let my numbers compute. This is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So this is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. See, I did math. All right. Thank you for joining me today. Make sure that you say hello in the comments and let us know where you're from. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you love it, give it a heart. If you really love it, share it. Or if you want to come back to it later, save the video. There's a little place on Facebook, the 3 dots. You click on that, and then you can save it. And it tells Facebook that you like my stuff. So it'll show you more, and it also show more people more. Facebook's got a weird little recipe. They call it an algorithm for letting people see what they want to see. So then this piece is 4 by 5 1/4, and this is Pebbled Path. All right, like I said, I almost cut one of these layers out, but I didn't like it as well that way. So we are just going for it. And yeah, I could have cut some of these layers down, cut the middle out of them, but it didn't happen. It did not happen. So, I was telling you some of the perks of being a demonstrator. Well, I get to hang out with you guys. If you don't want to do videos, you don't have to do videos. If you just want to collect your own product, you can very easily do that. So I cut some of the mountains out. My guys are behind me. So I cut some of my mountains out, and they don't cut the bottom, so you can make them as tall as you want. So I cut 3 different mountains-ish. They're mountains. And then I'm going to put this piece of paper up here. Now, before I do that, I am going to stamp on this. Yes, I said I'm going to stamp on it. So, stamp. This paper is from the, I was going to keep it out too. It is from Winter Meadow. I think it's the Winter Meadow paper is this one. So, like I said, I'm going to stamp on it. And I think I'm going to do Thinking of You. I need lots of Thinking of You cards. I'm going to use the go-to greetings. Like I said, this does not have a sentiment. So I think I'm going to use this Thinking of You right here. I have to find it, though. It's right in the middle. There we go. And I've used this before because if it gives me a halo, I chop it down. So it's not as easy to get it everywhere, which is going to be good because I'm going to stamp right on the paper, and we're going to hope it works well. Maybe I don't need to stamp on the paper. I don't know. Maybe we won't do that. Okay, we're not going to do it on the paper, but we'll stamp it now and just be done with it. Since I already talked about it. I don't know if this one will work on here. All right. There isn't much stamping on this one. I used my dies mostly on this one. So that is okay. I'm going to go ahead and put this on. I'm off camera. I'm sorry. Go ahead and stamp this. Hopefully I got it on there straight. Not really straight. Let's try it again. Yeah, I like my sentiments when they are on the clear blocks. That one's better. Okay, I'm going to let that dry. I'll pick which side I want to use later. Okay, so I got that. I need my lid. So I changed my mind in the middle of the project, which if you hang out with me very often, isn't a surprise. I have everything ready to go, but sometimes once I decide to get started, a better idea pops into my head. So, and that's why I call this crafting with me. It's not, hey, I have a show for you. Come join me and watch me. No, it's called crafting with me because most of the time you're putting these things together with me for the first time. I lay them all out and know what I'm going to do. But like I said, I change in the middle. So in order to get the most out of my paper, this is just a 4 by 4 inch square. I think it's 4 by 4. It's supposed to be 4 inch by 4 inches. I could be wrong. And it's not lining up very well. So, runny glue to the rescue. I know, I give you guys a hard time, those of you runny glue lovers. But it is nice sometimes to be able to adjust and try again. And now I have runny glue all over my fingers. I need a little dab up here in the corner. Hold that for a second. All right, now we're done playing around. All right, so I told you I used this die to make some mountains. And I have this one that I'm going to go ahead and put down. And the way I'm going to put it down first is I'm just going to put a layer of tear and tape. And I will add a different kind of glue in a little bit. But I'm going to pack this down. I'm going to do it on the bottom. And line it up with the bottom. So it's pebbled path on pebbled path. And these, you can do whatever you want with these. So I have a small one that I cut down. I want it to fit between those, because if I just did it here, it would, I don't know, it just didn't look right. So I wanted to get that tacked down so then I can slide this one behind and give it that look. So that's what I'm going to do now. Sticky fingers. They're all over. All right. There we have it. Now I'm going to just tuck it down. I have it so it won't show on either side. There we go. Now we have it. Now I think I'm going to squeeze some of this in underneath. So now that I have that, I'm just going to give it a little glue. All right. Just to kind of stagger some mountains. Stagger, stagger. So this one is going to come down. And I have it cut a little bit. This die goes this length and more, so you can shift it around when you're doing it the vertical way pretty easily. All right. Oh, you know what? I am not going to put that on yet. I just remembered that we're going to stamp a little. And I did not get out my ink pads, which if you watch me, you know I don't get my ink pads out a lot. So, but that's all right, because they're just right next to me. They're all stacked together. I think I'm going to use crumb cake, which I have not used for a while. So they're in my bag to go because I am leaving. I am going to a craft retreat for the weekend. And if you haven't figured it out yet, this is a recording. I am recording this so I can go play with my friends for the weekend. But that just means that I'm watching in the comments. So you might see me answer your questions in the comments or say hello in the comments instead of on this live video. But I figured you might have figured it out because I haven't said, oh, hi, how are you? Thanks for joining me. I haven't done any of that. So thank you for joining me. All right, I am just going to put a few little mounds of dirt here and there. I think that's what this is. I'm just giving it a foreground. Nothing major. If I didn't put that there, it would not have done much either way. So I'm going to set that aside. Now I'm going to glue this on. I tried to do this with shaded spruce, but this color lent itself more to pretty peacock. So that's what color trees we're getting. Just pretend they're spruce. Okay. I'm going to actually put, this will be a second generation down here, but it'll be fine. All right. Okay. Now, all right. Like I said, I did most of my die cutting ahead of time because you guys don't need to watch me crank through things. Oh, there. there is the card base so far. Now I have the thinking of you, and I'm going to put it over here. I think that one looks better. So I'm actually going to trim it. And we'll add this next so we don't put any trees where we shouldn't. I'm just cutting that end off. Thinking of you. I think I'll put some. I think I'll put a dimensional on it now. And then if I want to add more to it in a minute, I can. All right. There we go. Okay. I told you I had trees, so here come the trees. I made several trees. Like I said, I made them in the Pretty Peacock just because they seem to go with this paper better than the Shaded Spruce. Believe me, I tried. So this is the assortment of trees that you get with the dies. Aren't they fantastic? All right, we're not going to use all these. I don't think. Maybe we are. All right, this one's going to go here. It's going to cover up some of our mountain, but that's okay. All right. And what are you all doing for the weekend? I already told you what I'm up to. Craft retreat with the friends. Sadly, not all my friends can make it this time. There's a few that usually come that aren't able to make it this time. Maybe next time. Ooh, that is not very straight. There we go. That's better. Not the trees have to be straight, right? All right, so we're going to put this one over here. And like I said, this is my friend Marcy's design. I copied it, kind of. There's some differences, but that's all right. I just needed some inspiration. Ooh, I do need to remember to show you my mystery card from last night. That's when I started using this set. It was last night during our mystery stamping. Next week, mystery stamping will be on all my channels. At the end of the month, I do it on all my channels. So, I will not be doing it on Halloween. So next week is the last one of the month. So let me see. I think I'm going to use this one. Put it here. I think I'm just going to go with an odd number. So this will be my last one. And I think my card will be done. I might add a little bling. I don't know what bling I would put on there, but I will do that. All right. Just put this here. We'll have our odd number of trees. And I have some spares for another day. So there is card number 1. I don't know if I want bling. What do you think? I don't know what bling I'd put on there. Maybe some metallic dots, or I might just not. I know what I could do. I might put a little ribbon or a little twine. It is in the country, right? So maybe we will loop this around. Don't think I pushed this down very hard. There we go. Remember, because I really didn't know if I was done with it. So let me see. So we're just going to do Thinking of You. I just have a couple strips of twine. I think it's from some that I have left from that I've pulled apart of the silver threaded twine. I love doing that. I love pulling apart the silver threaded twine. All right, let's see if we can do this with this one. There we go. Add more of a loop here. I'm just making this up as I go along. There we go. Kind of a plan. Although it's really a lot bigger on one end than the other. So we're going to have to, we'll do it this way. And a couple more dimensionals. To make them stick better. And here we go. Man, this is the simpler card. I usually start with my simplest card. So this is just paper and dies and Thinking of You. And I got a little bit of a mess there, but that's all right. It's a little ropey mess. Thinking of You. This could go to someone who's sick or having a rough time, or even this could actually go as a sympathy card pretty easily. Sadly, we've needed a lot of those lately. I don't know about you guys, but we've had a run on our people not making it. So there is card number 1. All right. So card number 2. I've done already some of the parts as usual. And I'm bringing in a couple different other things. A couple different other things. Do you like that? A couple different other things. We're not using this. Yes, I have a metal dish behind me that holds all my dies. So when I'm using them, I'm going to start out with a standard card base. So instead of the long way, this is 5.5 by 8.5, and now it's going to be 5.5 by 4.25. Oh, I haven't told you. If you like these cards and you want to make these cards, if you place a $35 order, I will send you the kits to make the cards. I will send you all the paper you need, and I will do anything that's not involved with this stamp set. So for this card, I would give you the tag, plus all the paper you would need to cut these also. This one is going to be a horizontal card, and it's got a piece of vellum with the snowflake. I don't remember the name of it. It's in the new catalog. The snowflake embossing folder. I will let you know what it's called in just 2 moments. Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder. So that's what this is. And I don't want to put any adhesive behind it. So I made a frame. So I'm going to take some of the tear and tape and go right up to the edge as close as I can. And same thing on this side. I didn't get it real close on that side, but it's okay. I'm pretty sure it'll work. If it doesn't, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, and then I'm going to do a little bit on the top and the bottom. It worked in my imagination. Now, I kind of checked these things. because you don't want your adhesive to show. So then I cut a piece of balmy blue, and this is where it's going to cover it up. See? Ta-da! It worked. All right. And this is just an 1/8 of an inch smaller than the front of my card. So my card is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So this will be 4 1/8 by 5 3/4. No, 3/8, excuse me. All right. I'm going to have it. I like the big snowflakes. Do I want more snow at the bottom or the top? Oh, at the top. So, like I said, I have it, so it is going to be a smidgen smaller. This doesn't matter if it's a little cattywampus because we're going to put this layer on it right on top of it. So now we're going to go ahead and decide what side is the best side of this and add tear and tape again. This is my tear and tape card. You know me, I have to always get a little tear and tape into my projects. I will be starting Christmas cards soon. I've kind of avoided it. I know I shouldn't, but to me, we shouldn't be talking about Christmas till after Halloween. So I don't know if I'll hold out quite that long because heck, even Hallmark hasn't held out that long, right? Or Great American Family. So I might have to break down and do Christmas. To me, it could be a Christmas set, but I didn't go there with it. At least not yet. So, all right, go ahead and pull these off. And with this kit, I will send you the vellum, and I will send you this little frame made with the deckled rectangles. This is the second large next one down, the hole that I cut. If you just want to know how I did it and not get the card kits, I try to give you all my measurements. I do not do tutorials very often. There you go. So there's my winter scene. I wanted it to look like it was snowing pretty hard out there. Let me see. Let me go get away with my guide. So this card is one that I am copying that's kind of similar to, excuse me, a gal named Joan Barbrett. I found this one and thought, oh, I really like that. This isn't looking like hers, but it's which one inspired me. So let me see here. Next, I'm gonna make some snow along the bottom of my picture. So I made this with the basic borders, and it looks like a cloud, but right now it's going to be snow. Okay, get it in your head that it's snow. So I'm going to go ahead and put a piece of tear and tape along the bottom of it. A lot of times, if I'm not sure if I'm going to tuck things behind it or not, I will just anchor the bottom of these types of shapes. So, and I know this is off the bottom. So I really don't want it to look like it's a bunch of clouds at the bottom. I could have used the fishing die, the fishing set. It had a die that I could have used for snow as well, but I already had these cut and I just decided to go with my gut and do this. So I don't want the blue to show at the bottom or the sides. I think I did okay. So there's that. Now I don't want it to just look like it's a pile of snow. So I don't know how I'm going to add these. This one can go down here. Oh, let me see how we're going to do this. So I think maybe we'll just tack this one down. kind of kitty-wumpus, actually. So I want it to mimic the top one. So there we go. I put it on kind of crazy. And then I'm just going to open this up and I'll get my snip so it's lined up so I don't get weird cuts. All right. So there's a little bit of an awkward little snow pile. And I have this I can make into an awkward piece of snow. Awkward. Fluffy. Fluffy, not awkward. What am I thinking? So, I don't know. Might not use that piece. It's there if we need it. So this one I really kind of intended to use just a piece of it. Like that. I'm just trying to give it some dimension. And then we're going to park a pickup on here. This is the one we're going to use the pickup on. Because, you know, it's a cute pickup. And I did that class so early that it's time to add it to this card. I know you're saying, I thought this was a Forever Forest class, Cheryl. It is. Just give it a minute. This is paper piecing or whatever. I have a lot of different layers on most of these. My third project doesn't have as many layers. I know you're probably thinking, well, why is that the third one? I usually start with the easy one and then I go to the harder one. The last one has some heat embossing. So stick around for that. See the magic with this card and with this set and some heat embossing. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be so gorgeous. So gorgeous. Looks like I should have moved my blue over a little bit, but it's okay. It is fine. So maybe we'll tuck this piece behind. Maybe behind there. So there. We can do that. I have a little piece right here waiting to be used up. All right. So once you've built up your snow, see, aren't you glad you didn't have to watch me cut all those pieces out? After you've built up your snow, then we need to add our trees. So I made an entire forest full of trees. So I'm going to go ahead and plant some trees. And if I plant some of them in the snow and some of them not in the snow, it'll be kind of cool, actually. All right. So I need some glue. I might use some glue dots on these because I wouldn't mind a little bit of dimension, but not a lot. So I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool with the new craft tip that I love so much because it's like the old paper piercing tool. So I'm going to make it into a little ball and add it. Make it in, roll it into a little ball and add it. All right. So there is a tree getting planted right in. It's growing right out of the snow. There we go. All right, now I might, well, this one can go over here. Ooh, pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm going to close that. All right, so this one, actually, I might use dimensionals on this one. My little dimensionals. There's some big chunks there. All right, let's see if we can do this. There. Ah. And there. So just pop it a little bit. And it's got white behind it, so if there's a little bit of white shows through, nobody's going to say anything. Am I right? All right. So I'm going to tuck this one in here behind that little snowbank. Ah, look at that. Yay! All right. Now, let's see here. I'm going to add a tall, skinny one with glue dots. Ball it up. This way I don't have to play with the runny glue. Ball it up. I'm going to give tall, skinny tree over on this other side. Again, aren't you glad I did a lot of the cutting before I got online? Yeah. Took me a while this afternoon to get all these die cuts done. But that's what the whole set's about, and it's a fun set. And if you like trees, like I like trees, okay. Let's see here. I might add, that's a big one, or I might not use the big one. I might just use some of the littler ones. This one. We haven't even done the pickup yet. The punch for the pickup is available again, so don't miss out on that if that is something that you wanted. It was on back order or out of stock or whatever for a while, and it is back. So don't miss it if it's something you want, because there's nothing saying that if it goes out again, it'll come back. All right, so I'm going to put this one right here in front. Okay, that side's done. Let's finish up this side and we'll do a truck. Really quick. The truck won't take us long because we have a punch for that, right? All right, I need let's do this one right here. There we go. Oh, I love this. Love this. And put one down below. Kind of low. I need more glue. Dots. I don't know if I have another pack out or not. I keep all my extra adhesive in a drawer out in the hall. I have the cutest little dresser. And I don't want to get rid of it, but I have to put it to use. Otherwise, it just collects dust. So I have stamps, and some of my favorite retired stamps used to live in there. And now I got my adhesives. I don't like that there. All right, so let's move it over that way. All right, and then I think I'm going to put a little one here. And then this one's done. This one will be done. This one might only take one. He's just a little guy. I didn't wad it up on the thing, so I'll do it here. All right. There you go. All right. So I have my trees. And now I need, actually, you know what? We're not going to do the pickup right now. We're going to do something. No, we're going to do the pickup because we need to do this to the pickup too. All right. So I'm going to set that aside. I might have to stick another glue dot in there. Actually, I'm going to have to stick another glue dot in there. Otherwise, it's going to get caught going in and out of an envelope, and it's just going to look not very pretty. Oh, I got a couple trees hanging out over here. All right. So I'm just popping this one on under here. There. Okay. Now I feel better. All right. We're going to throw that aside for a minute. Might need another glue dot here. But for now, we're setting this aside. I've got a scrap piece of white paper. Let me grab my truck. Trucking along. This truck is headed out to find a tree for Christmas, maybe? Maybe it has to be Christmas. All right. And let's see what else I need. I have the tree. No, that's probably all I need. I could put a tree in the back of it. I'm not going to because it still is hunting for the tree. Oh, I want to do the Farm Fresh. I love that little Farm Fresh. Where is it? It's right there. Okay. And I think that's all I have that I need. Okay. Let me get out my box of blocks. These are my smaller blocks. That one will work. I'll need some of my bigger blocks too, it looks like. Oh, I need an itty bitty block for that one. And a couple of the bigger, one of the bigger blocks for, actually two of the bigger blocks for the truck and the paint. Should we make a red one? I'll probably make a red one. I really like the red trucks. My husband's favorite pickup is red. He has a brown one too that he really likes, but he has a real soft spot for the red one. Okay, so this part is going to be Memento. Oh, it's fun to get this one out again. Oh, love that truck. Oh, I may as well keep that out because I need some black wheels. Right? Oh, that's being weird. It's inking up weird. All right, there it is. So I need to match up the little dots. Tires is ready to go. And then I need red. And I think red's pretty close to the top because I used it not too long ago. And yes, our stamps do stain with red, but as you can see, it doesn't do anything to them but stain them. All right, so we need this. And we're going to ink it up and then add it. I just did a class where I made a wood pickup wall hanging. That was so much fun. So there we go. All right. My real red looks more like cherry cobbler right now, but that is okay. It's going to be fantastic. So I need my punch, and I did get my punch to the top of my tower. I forgot to do the little Farm Fresh though, so let me do that. Farm Fresh on the little red pickup that's going out to get the farm fresh Christmas trees. All right. Oh, I live on a farm if you didn't know that. No, it's not a Christmas tree farm. By no means. I live on the prairie. It's a wheat farm, barley, lentils, peas, hay, cattle, pigs. Got a little bit of everything around here. Kind of like old MacDonald had this farm. Okay, so there's the truck. And I think I'm gonna... All right, so the truck is coming over. We're gonna put the truck right here. Fun, 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 fun. Give him some dimension. He's parked on a snowbank. Looking for a tree. And let's see. I didn't get a tire underneath there. There. Awesome. All right, now I need a block. I'm gonna use these are paper pumpkin blocks. They are a lot thinner. They make great. What am I thinking of? They make there we go. These are blender pens, and I have one that I use as a brush. So I have a W marked at the end of it. So they make great palettes is what I was trying to spit out and look at the same time. And I'm going to take some of our white craft paint and I'm going to just squirt some out. This blender pen was empty, so I kept it to use it for my white. So I'm just going to take some white. Oh, that tree is not happy. It needs another dimensional. One was not enough for this because the wind blows in the mountains and it tips the tree over. So I need another glue. All right. Otherwise, it will blow over the first time the wind blows. Actually, no, it's fine. Right where it was. All right, so I'm just going to pick up some white paint, and I'm not going to do it on all of them. This is the craft ink. I'm just going to give some of the branches some snow. On the tips, you know, where the snow lands, on the trees. I'm also going to maybe do a little bit on the truck. I don't know. This might have been better with some flocking or something. So maybe the truck wasn't. You don't have to put it on the truck, I don't think. It's got enough white on it that it doesn't seem to be making much of a difference on the truck. So I could have done this while I was waiting, while I was doing the truck. So it doesn't have to be precise. It can just be. And we're going to get some of the top branches and just give it some. And, you know, some of the insides don't get hit. Some do. Tops usually do. This hole's bugging me, so I might have to put a tree there. As you saw, I have extras, so it's not going to be a big deal. It just looks like something belongs there, and nothing's there. So the top, yeah, I know my card's upside down. And I just got the bottom of that branch. Oh, well. You do have to let this dry. One of the reasons why I didn't have this be my third card. This is my second card, and I have one more to share with you. It shouldn't, well, I don't know if it'll take a long time or not. I don't know. I know I'll have fun making it with you. So just give some white. I always have to have some of the white craft ink. It's wonderful. It's one of our few, it's a thicker ink. It's not, is it pigmented ink? It's a craft ink. So let's go ahead and get that guy in behind there. Now you could totally skip this step, but I like to add the extra detail. And like I said, not ever. And see, when it dries, it's not as bright. You can go back and give it a little bit more. It just gives it a real subtle white. Like I said, I just use this tip. It's the end of a dead blender brush, but I have marked it W, so it is always going to be for this. Now let me find another tree. I think I need another tree. Maybe I'll just use an itty bitty. Maybe just a little one. What do you think? I think that looks better. And we are just going to use one on this one. And then we'll give it some snow. I think I could use some the craft paste to add the white also, but I just wanted to do this. All right, this looks better to me. And yeah, I know I only put one on him, but he's just a little guy. He's not going to blow away too easily. All right. I'm almost done. So I'm going to set this aside. And I need to put a sentiment on this. And I am going to use one of these. These are from the Deckled Rectangles also. And I'm going to use Wishing You a Festive Christmas. See, I couldn't not do it a little bit. Just a little bit. You can put whatever you wanted on this. But this will be a Wishing You a Festive Christmas. And I need another block. I don't need a big one. I'm just going to take this off until I clean it. All right. See, I can see through this one. This one looks better. I like that. I like that font, the cursive one. I like the printing one too. But all right, how's my white? Okay. Wishing you a festive Christmas, and I don't really have any snowflake embellishments, but I think I could find a little something something. There are snowflake embellishments, but I haven't gotten any. I don't know if they're available or not. So wishing you a festive Christmas. Oh, that covers up that pretty snowflake. We'll go above. There we go. And let me see what I have. As far as snowflakey things, I got just white dots. I have those. I'm going to use those. No doubt about it. I will add some. Do those. We're going to add some of these. Adhesive back glittered sequins. And we're going to use this again. Comes in 2 different sizes. Love, love, love. Put one up here. Yeah, I've got white paint. I accidentally touched the white paint. So I need to go back and fix those that I just put a fingerprint on. I didn't put a fingerprint over here, but I'll give it another coat. Just because as soon as that dries, it's not going to be worth anything anyway. I use this brush a lot if I do, I've stamped on crumb cake before and then colored it in like a snowman. Yeah. So when I use this brush a lot. And this technique. So there you have it. There is card number 2. Card number 2. How am I doing on time? Ooh, today is going to be a long one, people. It's worth it, but it's going to be a long one. So then I just take a scrap paper and just kind of get some of it off. And I'll rinse that off when I get finished. Yeah, I'm going to set it aside. Hope it doesn't wander off. So, believe me, my next card is worth waiting for. If all goes well. All right, this one has to dry somewhere safe. On the tissue box would probably be safe. So, this is where we're starting with this one. Gonna get some copper. This is a non-traditional card. There are no green trees on this card. This is going to be a masculine birthday card. What do you think of that? Okay. Copper clay, 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5.5. Sorry, no fun folds this week. This card, that's not true. Here, before I forget to show you later, here is my fun fold that I did with this. There you go. That was from my mystery stamping last night. So there is a fun fold to inspire you for using the Forever Forest. How's that? So, okay, now I don't have to remember to show you that anymore because I showed it to you. I know, pretty fun. Okay, I don't need this right now. I do need this. This is the back of the daisy paper. Remember this pretty paper that had all the daisies? This is the back of it. And this piece is, how I got a wonky fold here. Oh, I don't like it when it doesn't fold right correctly. All right, so this piece is, so that's 5.5, 5.25 by 4. All right, and we're gonna go this way. All right, I'm gonna set that card base and we're gonna use this for a minute. I told you this has got heat embossing. And we need the heat tool. I know I'm getting the heat tool out and I haven't even embossed anything or put anything on it yet. All right, so we got the tool ready to go. It is ready to rock and roll. Then we need the embossing buddy. And I am just going to, this takes the static out of the paper and tries to get any of the oils or whatever out of it. So you just rub it over it and then you don't get all the extra little flecks. This time it wouldn't really matter, but anyway. Then my Versamark, and I need, finally using some of the stamps. We're going to use this big one. And we're going to use this little one. All right. So, all right. The dies kept sticking to me, so I need a monster block for this one. And a not so monster block for this one. And here we go. Going this way. It doesn't matter if you do ink to stamp or stamp to ink. Either way works fine. I'm just trying to get more room over here. I want this really juiced up. And I'm going to go ahead and put this one on here, like so. And this card is inspired by Sherry's cards, excuse me. And then I'm going to put this one on as well. And this is pretty close to hers, but I use some different supplies, so. But loved her card and could not wait to duplicate it. So kudos to her. She did a phenomenal job. So I would have never come up with this. Anyway, we need some copper embossing powder. And I'm just going to dump it in here. Our embossing powder is sold in packs of 3. And there's 2 different packs. So you can get the metallics or the basics. The metallics have copper, gold, and silver. The metallics have copper, gold, and silver. And the basic one has white, black, and clear. So we have a little tray that we can get, but I had this kind of ready to go this way, and I just decided to run with it. So, but I do have the little tray because I love the tweezers. I love the embossing buddy. But I have the space for my embossing to each have their own little home too. So I'll show you the tweezers. These are heat resistant on the end. and they hold your project. This might get a little loud, but I think it'll muffle. Should go pretty fast once it starts changing. Oh, do you see it? See it on this far? It's starting to go. Do you see the difference? Isn't that gorgeous? I grew up in a copper mining town, so copper is very near and dear to my heart. I love copper. Copper, copper, copper. Isn't that spectacular? All right, now I'm going to turn that off. And I'm going to set this aside for a moment. And as long as I have the heat tool going, I am going to get this one out, this piece out. And I am making this a birthday card. I already told you that. So I'm going to go back to that same stamp set that is happy birthday. And I love this because it does it in so many different fonts, but it's all the same words. This one I think is $1 million achiever stamp, meaning this person, Sandy Hartka, got to help design this stamp set. When you sell $1 million in product, I'm going to double dip on this one. When you sell $1 million in product, you get to help design a stamp set for the upcoming catalog. Which is kind of fun. My friend Barb just did hers. She can't tell us. It's all a secret. But we know she got to do it. So that's the cool part. So I'm going to do this in black. Another reason why I didn't want to use the tray, because I didn't want to have black and copper all mixed up. All right. So I'm just going to throw this in here. I forgot to use the embossing buddy. Oh, I hope I don't regret that. Sometimes I'm okay, but if I've had a lot of fingerprints, a lot of oils on my fingers have been on there, I think it'll be okay. All right. So I'm just dumping this in. I don't use black hardly at all. My friend Heidi used it on an ice card at Stampin' Cross Country. Oh, it was absolutely gorgeous. So I'll have to try that with you guys one time. All right. It's getting long. I know. I'm sorry. I haven't done an hour and a half one forever. But this stamp set is worth the hour and a half. I promise. So we're going to go with this one. And oh, I forgot my tweezers too. Wow. I guess if you're on replay, you can fast forward. Please say hello. Tell us where you're joining us from. All that fun stuff. All right. So I am done with this unless I screw something up. So I am going to set this aside and let it cool off. All right. I got all that done. There we have it. Now I haven't decided how I'm going to cut that out yet. So, okay, my next step is I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to put it through an embossing folder. It's the painted texture one. And we're just going to add it a little, give it a little more dimension. So my machine's right behind me. I'm just going to go ahead and use this one. Especially since I seem to be long-winded today. This had a lot of pieces and parts, and I don't know if this was the right combination of plates. It went through. I don't know if it went through and actually did anything. Oh, it did. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. Ah! Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay. So the next thing that our friend Sherry did is we can put this on our card base. And like I said, this is copper clay. So love the fact that we have copper now. Copper, 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 copper paper, copper cardstock. We also have other copper paper. So this is going to go on here. And it did not want to stick there. There we go. We have copper paper. And so I cut some trees out of the copper. Oh, what was this paper? Copper. I know I've already said that. Sorry. I cut a lot of trees out. I wanted to just use up the paper. I have a lot of trees to choose from here. And I'll show you where I got this paper. This paper was part of the All About Autumn stamp set, which was toward the back. There you go. It is oxidized copper. I'd have never come up with that. Oxidized copper. So that's what this paper is. And I just ran it through the with the dies. So very, very pretty. This one's going to get dimensionals. I'll just put some minis in here. Oh, perfect. Okay. And there we go. This one's going to go right here. Oh, I love this paper. I love this card. I'm going to put this one over here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and try to use some half a dimensionals, half a minis. All right, I know. I just chopped a few in half. And I got more than I wanted. That's okay. Life's like that sometimes. Sometimes you get more than you wanted. Okay. Pull off these. That one wasn't on there very good to pull it off. All right, I'll clean that up in a minute. After I let you guys go. We're almost done. Almost. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And I think I'm going to do just a little one here. Okay. Wonder if those half dimensionals will work here. Let's see. Yeah, kind of. Okay. Then I just need, I'll make this one small. I'll cut that little piece off there. Yeah, that's it. All right, there we go. Okay. There. So my card kits, I will send you all the pieces to make this. The paper, and with a $35 order, I'll send you all the card kits to make these cards for yourself. With a $50 order, I will send you a tutorial bundle also, which is a tutorial group that I'm a part of. And there's usually 40 to 50 plus tutorials in there of all different things. And yeah. So I'm not going to freehand this. I don't have to redo it. So I'm going to line it up. I'm just going to make a flag end. Trying to get it so I can kind of see where it is in my... So I know I didn't do it straight. And with a $75 order, I have to remember what I'm talking about here. I will send you an embellishment. So, yeah, go ahead and order. I would love to have you help you make these cards. I think they're pretty awesome. All right, this one I need to trim just a smidgen off. I know I should have done this freehand, but I would have been crooked. There's nothing saying that this isn't going to be crooked. So I watched this gal's video, like I said, and I put the scissors away. So I am just going to freehand this piece. I watched this gal's video, and then this is what she did next. I'm not doing the stars. So if you watch her video, she does stars also. I'm not doing any stars, but she did do this. So we have this. Let me find it. I have this ribbon. It comes as a combo pack with the copper ribbon. And yeah, I could have used the copper ribbon, but like I said, I fell in love with this gal's card, so she didn't use that. This is what she did. She took a piece of this, and then she cut it this way. All right. Like I said, I fell in love with her card, so I had to do her card. I had to make it her way. So I'm going to stick some glue. And then she took pieces of some fibers out of the ribbon. Stuck them on that glue. And I can trim those up in a minute. This is going to be huge. It's going to go cover part of my tree. That is okay. All right. I could have done it at the bottom. That would have been pretty too. We're going to do it at the top though. So that's where we put our glue and our fibers. Just use a couple dimensionals. And this card is complete. So what do you think? Isn't that a fantastic card? I just absolutely love this card. My fibers didn't stick out very far, but you know what? It's okay. They're there. Maybe I'll add more, maybe I'll do less. But ta-da! So I'm supposed to say, right? Ta-da! When I'm done. Oh, so I went really long today. Thank you for sticking with me. If you stuck with me, if you didn't, you'll never hear me say that. But I really appreciate you hanging out with me and crafting with me. Let me show you the 3 cards one more time. I will take photos and get these out on social media. Anyway, there is card number 3. Card number 2 is over here drying still. But there's card number 2. And card number 1 is right here. There you have it. And if you want to see the bonus card, here's this one. This was a bridge card. So this was part of my mystery stamping in my customer group last night. So I could actually take white and add it on there, but I don't know that we need to add winter to this one. Sometimes winter isn't very comforting. So there you have it. If you'd like these card kits, you know what to do. Place a $35 order and I'll get them in the mail to you. I will be catching up on other card kits this weekend. And thank you for crafting with me. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye.